match. If anyone out there want to increase the crap out of their brain power and their potential to understand and know more, to just get it, to see and know and understand thy universe and thyself in this galaxy that we're in. Hello out there. Anyone hear me? Can you see me? Can you feel me? Can you know the deeper secrets that are within?
Hi, everyone. Welcome to this live transmission. We're live stream from our YouTube channel, Divine Awakening, Psionic League, YssaH, our Satellite, and welcome. Welcome to this episode where we will be talking about how to increase your intelligence for your IQ to go higher using the tools that we have, which is our body itself, the most majestic tool we have, that we have been given. And that the more we get to know how our body functions, the more that we are capable to embody multidimensionality, our full potential, to be that grandiosity that we came here to be. And it's mostly as we weren't being given any manual or any guide of how to use this, as how many people call it, temple, then it's our duty, our responsibility to remember how to use it. So,
Yes, everybody. Brain power of all the brains: the head, heart, gut brain, the pelvic area, those areas, also the brain, the secret fourth brain, and your greater field of consciousness that these brains are antennas to receive and bring in that knowingness of the greater mystery of the universe and receive and expand consciousness. What we store away in data through experience, knowledge, intellect, knowing, intuition, many aspects of intelligence. We're going to increase all of them. This is going to be a nice series. We're going to go into helping everyone increase intelligence. This is going to be a fun activation ride. So share and comment and bring your questions. How do we get smarter? Because IQ is not a fixed number. It can increase constantly. Thank you, Animist, for coming. Anyone also in the comments, feel free to put questions in, and we'll go through those as well. And go ahead and check your stuff.
Yeah.
Did it work? Is it working?
Yeah.
Okay. They're both working, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Go ahead and full screen. Okay. Yeah. So we're gonna go deep into this knowledge hole and explore the great unknown of how to increase and expand our minds and our ability to learn and everything else that's involved, because this is a deep place. So let us know if you like this subject and you want to see more of it. We want to see more comments. We want to see more shares. We want to see more likes. Please let us know if you want this content, if you want to increase your brain capacity, because no one else is doing this. Well, barely anyone. They got little bits of info. We'll get you right to the heart of the information. So what topics did you want to go into specifically first in this series?
Well, as you can tell, whoever is joining us, you can see that this topic brings the passion in us. It is one of these aspects of the path of awareness, of awakening, where we get to go to the central point where you can command all your body, And even though, as Sean was saying, there are other brains in our body, like the guts, the stomach, the heart, as a matter of fact, most of the commands that we get to give and see a big response is through our brain. Of course, everything is interconnected, and we will talk about this. So we can actually start talking about the brains that are in our body and the importance that there is in each one of them. Then again, this is just the first episode of many that we will be doing precisely about this topic, which is very extensive when it comes to the brain and how it behaves. So the gut brain, or the one located in the stomach, is mostly related to the capability of what you perceive and generate immediately as positive or negative emotions that evoke the memories that interconnect to the moment that you were in the womb. Why? Because, as you know, we were connected to our mother through our umbilical cord, and that meaning by that it was that feedback, that nourishment. So all those memories that while we were in the womb, in our mom's womb, then they generated the first, let's say, the first layer of memories that will constitute our let's say physical chart and what we will be experiencing throughout our life, mostly unconscious, and being brought through different experiences that will activate those memories and start to stimulate those specific emotions, like fear, like also like this excitement. And these are the most entangled memories to the cells, and which are also the most related ones to the survival instinct. Because then again, the stomach is related to the, let's say, primary needs in order to survive into this reality. As we know now, we don't need to literally be feeding of like food to the redundance. We don't need common food to actually continue to live. We can feed from, nourish from solar energy. We can
Plasma vampire.
plasma. Yeah.
Be a good caretaker and expand your reality and make it generate more, and then take a little cut, and as it expands, so it's like not be a negative vampire, don't be a take and destroy kind of person.
Would you say that that's a vampire, just to take and
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
give back?
yeah, like a parasite that doesn't. It's not symbiotic. Symbiotic is beneficial.
Continue. Okay. Okay, great. Do you want to say something about
No,
the
keep
sound?
going.
Okay. Well, then we can move to the heart's brain. And this has even more similarity to our brain in our head, because it even has a pineal gland. Is the name of this body, this cone, which is hollow, as the pineal gland is, and is the sinoatrial node. And actually, this little pineal gland is in charge, like what its purpose is to precisely receive first all the emissions that we get from the lattice or the space memory, and then bring it to our heart and then expand it through our heartbeat all the way to our body, including our brain, that then, and to our guts, that then it goes firstly to our brain, but then it will start to translate what we are perceiving. If it's too connected to another body, that is one of the most archaic, to say it somehow, parts in our brain that hasn't evolved, which is connected to the survival instinct, and which name is the amygdaloid body, then it will go directly to our gut brain. And then it generate all this impact and emotions, and then deliver to other kind of processes. So going back to the heart brain, actually this was this boom about the heart brain. I'm quite sure that you remember it, where everybody started to talk about the importance of the brain, and that of our heart, and that our heart had also a brain, and that is actually the one that receives firstly the information before the brain in our head itself. And we have neurons in our brain, in our heart, that are actually, well, I will go too technical on the words, but just to say, it's like they are quite interconnected, those neurons, to our brain. And through what we know as intuition, what we perceive as intuition is precisely the emission of our heart receiving from the lattice. Some people call it the akasha. Some people call it the space memory. All this infinite space that is actually which constitutes more of what matter is, and that is actually that space which is molding us. Also, other people relate it to the unconscious mind, suspended in everything. So the brain connects, our heart connects with that information and receive it. And imagine the power when you get to know how these three brains function, align them as planets, and then generate all this alchemy and all this melody where your thinking, your feeling, and your action is so aligned that you get to manifest. So this can sound like very easy, but how do you achieve it if it's not by knowing how it works? So, yeah, I was going to go to the high heart, but then actually we can leave it also for the next show. So then we go to our brain in our head, and such a powerful structure. Like we even have pyramidal neurons. Like we talk all the time about the pyramids, which what it means, pyramid, is the fire in the middle. So they are generating they are generating all these synapses, and in between those pyramidal brains, and generating all that oscillation that the pyramids itself generate outside in these ancient structures. And then we have these other neurons that generate the vacuum, and we are capable to direct and command all of them when we know what for, of course. Like, it's important to know, to have at least a slight idea of what the pyramids, of what the neurons do, So it's not only about the pineal gland. It's not only like, because a lot of people is now focusing on the pineal gland. Of course, it's very important, and mostly when you get to connect it with the pineal gland in the heart, that's super powerful. That's when your torus super expands, and all this functions through very specific frequencies.
That's right. And can you tell our guests what they'll be receiving? That's right. Our guests will be receiving increased vision, brain power out the ass, increased memory, better recall, dreams, absorption, learning out the crazies, and sanity, going inward, being to meditate deeply into yourself, all the different types of IQ increase. Yes. Turn on Superluminal. If you've seen that movie, Limitless or Lucy, that's what we're talking about. Turning on your full brain and making it shine and doing crazy things, gaining full control over your brain, your thoughts, your mind, your emotions, your spirit, your actions, going into the rest of your bodily faculties, as well as eventually going externally like telekinesis. All these in the potential of this course. So spread this wide and far so that it motivates us to continue this series.
Okay, well, thank you for that. Yeah, speaking about the IQ, when we know how to funnel all the energy happening through our three brains, and even we can talk about the brain that each one of our cells has, which is the mitochondrion. The mitochondrion are the brain in our cells. So we can also get to interconnect all of this through commands, through frequencies, through very specific codes in the light language, because one of the beautiful things of the light language is that it's not known or acknowledged immediately by your conscious mind. So then it goes directly and generates an impact directly. So it's fully received. And the frequency is fully received without any entanglement of any kind within any thought, any given thought or correlation to any moment or memory in your life. So
good step.
One of the things that is decreased, of how the IQ is decreased, is precisely when.
How do you get dumber? I want to know. I need to get dumber. This is what this show is about. Ha you fell for it. No. But with polarity to increase the other, how do people get dumber? I want to take more GMO corn.
Yeah, that's an easy one. Actually, that's an easy
one. Sit in front of the TV all the time and get outsane, which is what I call opposite of insane, when you go fully external and you just get programmed by external stuff. So the unbalancing effect of going too into yourself, going too out of yourself, and the balance in between, which allows you to maintain strength in your intelligence factor. How do people get stupider? Tell us.
Well, just listen to everything that makes you feel lonely without a purpose in life, and that you are losing more and more yourself within the information that you.
Yeah, those things your parents told you not to do because you lose brain cells. Do all of that. Yeah, sniff glue, like that really nice smell of the gasoline pump.
Well, but you touched like a very important topic.
How do we avoid these things?
If you really hurt your senses, then you're like getting directly to your pineal gland and to your nervous system. So there is this it's called melanin, which is what covers the neurons, and it also it goes away. So then you get all anxious, and then polarized emotions, it's not that they get you dumber, it's like they don't let you think properly,
overwhelming,
and feel properly.
Polarized.
Yes, you're diffused, you're confused, And well,
Irrational thought.
exactly. Exactly. So it's not that the emotions are bad or good. They're just like
Our culture
like,
doesn't teach us anything about them, and we just do the wrong things with them.
yeah, exactly. It's energy and it has like a big potential when we know how to use them. So that's why one of the things that increases your IQ is knowing how to funnel all the energy that you are.
Emotional intelligence.
Exactly.
Women intelligent. How do we become more emotionally intelligent?
That's a very good question. And
Don't
there's a
stuff
lot of
it down deep. Just ignore it.
turn to the other
Don't be
side
a
and walk
pussy.
away.
Yeah, just
It won't go
just
away.
cut it off. Just
It won't
don't
go
feel
away.
anymore.
You're a man.
Be a psychopath.
Stop it. Deal with it. Actually, it won't go away as much
it
as
won't.
you
It's
try
still there.
to.
You become a
Bring it down.
psychopath, right?
Yes,
It's still there. You just can't feel it.
exactly. You start to shut down all that sensorial part, and which is actually what connects us to our psionic skills, as you well know. And because if it's not that we just have five senses, we have many more, but like the most common, these five senses, and that then a lot of them branch from this. um, if we really enhance the nature of these five senses, then we are connecting with the most important parts in our brain. Like for instance, when we smell, that's the most important sense in relation to what brings us memory the fastest. Like if you really want to evoke a memory, try a smell.
That's a good point. And each one of okay, so going in a little bit, and then we'll go more into this. Mainstream media, when they're describing the different types of intelligence, they name a few of them, but they're not like it's a limited amount. So a lot of it's like linguistics. Let's see here. Interpersonal, spatial, naturalistic, musical, logical, existential, interpersonal, bodily, things like that. That's mostly what you're going to find when you look up online the types of intelligence you can increase. You can, and those are them, but there's so much more. There's like probably hundreds, and some that are using words that not many humans use, but I'll be translating as it goes into psychic abilities. Each one of the senses, and then also the extra senses, have an intelligence increase meter you can up by learning how it works in the super technology, in the hardware and the software of the body. Getting rid of the blocks in the technological system of the instruments. And then practice. So yes, each one of these, like some people you like the people that smell wine and are like psychic bloodhound units. That is high intelligence. Same thing with they can hear or they can see like beyond 2020. Even there's people that have vision that can like zoom in. I've had that at times. I have no idea how to control the muscle. It just happens. It's weird. And then also people that have X-ray vision, which there are people on Facebook that sell that. And yeah, taste, like taste testers around the world, same. Touch, and then going beyond that. So each one of those is a intelligence you can increase. And we'll go into that deeper in how. But let's start with some of the basics. So you're saying nose increasement.
Yeah, for instance, if you're trying to find like how to like a huge key how to expand your senses, like it's like basic, it would be how I perceive it is to expand yourself, expand as the smoke itself, be one with the smoke. be the smoke itself, for instance.
Are you
And this
telling
is where
people to
I'm
smoke?
going. And this is where I'm going, because, for instance, once I asked myself, how do blind kids perceive reality if they were born uh, blind, you know? And then so I started researching that. And it was beautiful to find out that what they drew or what they draw are geometrical figures. So, because, and I say this because someone commented, like, I'm ready to increase my intelligence, white eyes, So, like, what we get to see in this reality, as we know, is a simulation. And energy is kindly, like, quite influenced when we get to perceive it, So now what happens when we are super connected at a very high level, where our consciousness is expanded and we don't get to see the matter anymore? We're just tuning into the energy, we're tuning into geometries. For instance, for whoever has like, if you try a sacred plant, and then you start seeing everything in geometries, and then you go beyond that, we can call it veil, and that's how blind kids see. So then you can ask yourself, so what you're saying, like, senses amplify our IQ and our connection, because actually intelligence, what it means is to see between the lines, to see deeper, to go to see beyond the evident, what is evident. So it's enhancing, igniting that full intuition, that full perception that actually gets to undress everything that we perceive and go to the core, just to the energy. So that's expanding. You're being energy, you're expanding yourself within everything. You're everything. And then that's where also how I perceive it, that telekinesis and all those capabilities are happy and easier to embody, because there are no boundaries anymore. You're just expanding your field onto the objects and bringing them to you. It's just about expanding our field, expanding as a consciousness, like you were saying with Lucy. You're just expanding, you're becoming everything. And that's also the brain. Imagine that your brain is expanding, it's connecting with the lattice. The lattice is connecting with the network. It's expanding and breathing all the way to the source, to all. And because actually also when we talk about IQ, it's commonly and naturally related to memories. Okay, I don't have a good memory. I cannot learn languages. I cannot learn, like, any science, specific science or logos, because I easily forget everything. And memories are not stored, as we know, in the brain. And moreover, more than memories, what I would say is that what it comes to is that we are accessing to the information as we need. It's not that we need to remember about everything, like have all that storage, all that library, constantly active. No, we just access to it, we open it, even though something that you have never studied, because that has happened to me. It constantly happens. I'm quite sure that to you too, like you haven't read about anything. You just connect to the lattice, to the space memory room, and you bring out the information from within. I did not study science. I did not study genetics. I just started remembering, as how I call it, but not from something that I studied.
Yeah, you do. I see you do it all the time. But, like, yeah, and you know what you're saying. A lot of the greater science you didn't read anywhere.
Yes.
So, going into memory, very important, very, like, which we have a lot of data on. Very important. Allows you to build structure of intelligence, which those out there might know this through experience. Your memory ability increase or decrease, and you've experienced different changes in your timeline. Like, oh, my memory's getting worse. Oh, today it's on point. That kind of thing. It's not a fixed thing. There's a component and the machine inner workings to it. If all that's working really well, then it's on peak, and there's a way to turn on eidetic memory or photographic memory. Everyone can. It's very targeted though, and like a lot of things want to stop me from talking about it, which is interesting. It's like, no, don't talk about that. And force choked, but it's gonna be very powerful when this information comes out on how to gain eidetic memory and all the components, which we'll be going into. So subscribe and like and comment and share and appreciate what we're doing. Bringing this information out there that a lot of things don't want people to know. And follow our groups like Psionic League and Unified Consciousness and our Telegram and Facebook groups and like pages if you want to see more of this content and go deeper. So you can increase the power of your memory, and then more can unfold, and then past life memories, secret things you've been doing in missions can come out as well in this life, which we turning on and helping. Did you want to go any more into memory? But also there's people that have the normal people got into car accidents. And then they got out of the car accident with like genius IQ and photographic memory. This is like called sudden savant syndrome. There's people that do that, and then you can study the people online and their codes and the blueprint of what they have and their genetics and their spirit and soul that have eidetic memory, photographic memory, and what they have going in components, which I've been tuning into and reading the blueprints of the difference between regular people and them. And then I'm going to be bringing that to you. And she's been unlocking a lot about the brain, and she's really good at it. And she knows a bunch of languages and memorizes things like nothing and doesn't write things down. So you can trust me that she has a lot of it unlocked and knows what she's doing.
Thank you. Thank you, babe. Well, now that you're saying about this, like people who went through car crashes and all that, there is a constant that when there is like this huge event that brings the emotion to the top, that then like it permeates within the cell memory, and also like the brain normally or usually gets really swollen, and then it takes time to go back to its size. And in that moment where the hit happens, when the crash happens, like it's normal that some things will move. Maybe some things will deactivate, and some things will activate. So, like for instance, when people go through a coma, and then they have all this trip way to the white tunnel, and then they connect with all these beings, and then when they come back, they're never the same. Sometimes some beings come inside their body, they finish contract with the soul that was inhabiting that body, and a new one comes. Like many things that happen.
Self, greater self. We're a big team.
Yeah, like a lot of things related to the brain. And just to there are a couple of comments. I will get there. I just want to
do that.
To say something about the memory, because you asked. A lot of people relate the memory to the hippocampus. Like they said that the memory, like the connection that or the antenna that later on connects to that storage in the quantum field, is located in the hippocampus. The hippocampus, it's a very encoded shape that we can see it in the ram horns, and we can see it in all of our ancient civilizations, that even in Moses, when he came down the Mount Sinai or Mount Safa, which is the original name for Mount Moses, he came with these horns coming, this enlightenment, these horns of light coming out from his forehead. And what I have received and
Look at the
remembered
statues of Moses.
Yes, they put it with horns.
Crazy.
Exactly.
Nobody talks about that.
And that happens when your fornix generates a torsion, a quantum torsion. And you are capable through all your energy and through your plasma energy generated by the spinal fluid and other parts of your brain. Then you get to actually also by very specific processes involving the water in the mitochondrion. We're capable to generate, we're capable to command in order to generate more plasma within. And we get to torsion because how energy bends is with gamma waves.
What does torsion mean?
Gamma energy. Torsion is mostly related also to the electric force, like to the spin within the electric field. So
more increase in amplification, like electromagnetic field increases its magnetism, or effects that are a organic system of better efficiency.
Exactly. Imagine you have a knot. You need to torsion the cable in order to unknot the knot, and then the energy will flow faster, more rapidly. So that's the same, when you're spinning, it's not linear, everything is spinning. So bottom line, you get to torsion your fornix, because it's not only your hippocampus, all your fornix. And then if you do it in a very precise way, quantumly and holographically, then your horns, because your celestial vault opens. You can look for celestial vault. There's some secret societies and Gnostics and Freemasons talk about all this. Like Elena Blavatsky also used to talk about the celestial vault. And for me, that's what the celestial vault is, that space within in the insular lobe, the treasure in the island unfolds. So, I could go on and on.
Okay. We'll talk about that more too.
Yes, sure.
So just wanted to cover, there are people that like to prove your memory isn't stored in your brain. There's a lot of deficiencies in science as well as religion, because they're trying to box you in to concepts, and anything that goes outside of that, they just try to ignore. So there's evidence to suggest that memory and intelligence isn't stored in the brain entirely, or like at least not the main point of it. There's people with a condition called hydrocephalitis, which is their brain is melted and it's liquid, and there's certain functions of it that still work like an antenna, but it's essentially not there, and it's jello or liquid. And people are baffled. These people are walking around like nothing, and some even live amazing lives and are very intelligent and win competitions with their intelligence. So interesting. So it's not the physical matter that matters, but the greater aspects of energetics and spirits, like what we realize when we are about to die. Man, what your material matter doesn't matter. Okay, so there's that, and can go ahead and go into some questions, and then we'll go back. So feel free to keep asking questions and going deeper. What subjects you want to specifically go into, as well as intelligence, how to increase, and what you guys are facing, and then we can tune into it, and we can even tune into you as individuals and help you increase your intelligence. Share your symptoms, things you got going on. Use very good wording, and then we'll be able to tap into that and help you.
Yeah, your brain wants to be fully expanded. It's awaiting for you to say, okay, here I am, and do something about it. Yeah, so, Gary Little, merci beaucoup. Okay, they go from there. Thank you. Questions. I have a memory issues too. My high priest worked through hypnosis with me. He passed on, but came to me one night. He told me on the other side, you remember everything you have read or studied. Yes. Remember, I don't know if you remember about this game that when I was studying, and they would say, yeah, you can sleep on the on your book, and then by osmosis remember about everything that the book is about. Well, that's possible, but they don't say how. It's like the Bible, you know. They say, "Ask and you will be given." Yeah, but they don't say how. You know, so it's the same. You know, yeah, just put your book, and then you will remember through osmosis, and then it generates like this urban legend, and it's a joke. It ends up like a joke. But there are ways to connect. Like there are even like courses given to to read a book in just 1 hour, and you're not fully going through it, so there are ways to connect with the information, and then it's expanding your brain, expanding your consciousness, and that mainly functions not only through reason but through senses. Actually, that's the capability to go beyond the evident through your senses, you know? So, yeah, uh, yeah, that's,
Okay. So yeah, going into deeper aspects. What is this celestial vault, and how does it work? If you and then if you can't tell us everything about it, how can they reach you for more information? What they should look towards to gain the treasure?
well, yes. When I started to, because it's a method that I have developed, I call it the quantum hologen ISIS, because it's related to the primordial gen, to our galactic gen. So it's like this quantum travel through very specific geometries inside your body. So that's how I discovered going within me, through going through all these informational fields and connecting with very specific parts in our brain and in our body that very few scientists talk about. So I started writing everything, and then I would like all the information through all these renowned scientists would come, like naming what I knew through very, like scientific terms. And so the celestial vault is a part in that actually nobody talks about, at least not that I have heard. And it's a very important, they say that our brain hemispheres are connected through our corpus callosum, this like ribbon that binds our neurons and interconnects our brains. But that's why they don't fully hemisync, because it's not something natural. It was something that was tied up. That was one of the genetic modifications that they did. Yet, one part that actually interconnects into this brain wormhole is in between, like this, like we would call the iris of the eye of Horus. And there is this gateway that if you know how to travel through that wormhole, then you access like from your high heart, which is the thymus, it's the door to the continuum of space-time, then you access. It's a whole process of also of igniting your plasma body, and then you access all the way to that part, um, to that wormhole in between your both hemispheres in the interthalamic adhesion, and then you access to that celestial vault, which is kind of located in the um, insular lobe where the treasure is. That's why also the pirates would go to the island to find the treasure, because we have an insular lobe. Insular lobe comes from island, and that's the fifth lobe. And it's very encrypted, but when you reach it, then you get to open the celestial vault. And actually, the celestial vault, what reflects and what mirrors into is heaven of heavens, bringing heaven to earth, and through very specific configurations related to other stars. Because that's how I said, if you don't connect with the stellar codes or the stars, how they reflect also in your body, as above, as below, as the pyramids, they also reflect into your body. And I'm not talking about the zodiac wheel. This is something more profound. And there are very specific constellations that are connected. The stars are plasma. So there are very specific stars, unique in each one of us, that are nourishing that plasma body within. So let's say that we're pulling the right strings in order to open the celestial vault.
Nice. Yeah, and I believe that too, with connecting the inner brain with the outer brain, and it light up as like neurons throughout the universe, waiting to connect with your greater intelligence. I believe that's a deep concept that most people aren't ready for, but they can perceive through your linguistical translation, so that they can start syncing up in now in this lifetime. If they contact you, and how do they contact you?
Well, I will be writing in the description of these videos the Telegram group that I have for, well, I share all the online courses that I'm giving. Right now, I'm giving the quantum hologenesis and also rising the Aten, which is the plasma sphere of our plasma body, also known by Da Vinci as a sphere of truth. And actually, this is very important because now that we are receiving all these upgrades, this solar plasma upgrades, if we don't operate properly our body, then this dephases happen, and it translates in kind of a feeling of a fissure in our torus, where the information is coming in at a different rate that it goes out. So then we can have like this overspeed sensation in our reality. So, well, that's one thing. And the quantum hologenesis, which is precisely to explore and expand the potential of your brain and brains, and like aligning your brains and then expanding the potential of your brain in your head, and aligning it to the brain in your heart and in your guts. And it's a very I call it holographic or holofractographic neuroscience. I know that it can be like a very technical name, yet it is what it comes to, because we are doing neuroscience. You don't need to know about neuroscience. Actually, I have translated it in a very easy way to approach all levels of knowledge. Like, if you just know about the body, what you studied in high school, it's okay. You don't need to know more. It's about exploring and remembering, instead of studying and stuffing things into you. More things, it's just about remembering, going through this journey together and to remember. And yeah, so I will write the description of the videos of the groups in Telegram. I also in my email, which I will also be writing down, the description of these videos. Yeah, or in my
Workshops.
Facebook page. Yeah, online workshops. Actually, I have currently going 2 of them, and well, several individual guidances related to the source code, which is your geometrical body, which is it's your key to your arc. It's your key to create from the holographic field your reality and see it manifested way more faster. And what else? Yeah, so those, I'm also, if you also want to listen to the frequencies, some of the frequencies that I use to ignite the specific parts of the body, you can go to my YouTube channel. And I believe that, and I know that the frequency of the voice can really like modify our molecular structure of water immediately. Immediately is fascinating. And our throat is this ancient, this original technology. Yes, me too. I find the human body fascinating as well. And yeah, so you can listen to the frequencies that I have in my YouTube channel, also some videos where I'm talking more about this and how this information is encoded in ancient civilizations, temples, and structures.
Well said. Yes, and we've both been working on this technology way before we even met. So then we have these cool merging of the hemispheres of the brain together in the masculine and feminine in both schools. And I will be doing also workshops on this intelligence. So you can come and get both and then get the feminine and the masculine perspective. For instance, tune into a bunch of stuff, how to increase intelligence and increase memory, as well as get rid of everything that's stopping intelligence growth and your expansion, your abilities. There are a lot of things on this planet that want to limit the intelligence down, because then that makes the population more controllable, and limit memory to keep us from remembering who we are. So there are things that I can give you in skills to take care of and resolve and be strong against those forces and prevent them from entering your sphere, as well as the secret of psions and psionics, in the capability of mind over matter, in psions per second, in a equation of how to produce a greater output in psionic abilities of psychic abilities and functions, and generate them for your everyday needs and expanding your life in every way. And the various secrets of this, such as linking the hemispheres of the brain together, making it so the coherence between your brain and your other brains, like the brain and the heart, and there's also the brains and the organs, and helping them to flourish, getting everything in the compartmentalization of wounding in the ego that prevents greater thought and memory, so that the floodgates release and greater knowingness can be had and tuned into. How to turn on the power in the brain cells and the neurons so that the power is at its fullest and fueling into the system. And yeah, so many things that I can go into our goal, greater goal, eidetic photographic memory, and achieving that so that you can have it this lifetime and you can excel and have an edge beyond what others have. And I will be doing workshops in the future under my Telegram group, Mystery School Psionic Workshop, Psionic League, Sean Bond, as well as in the Facebook chat, and there'll be groups. More, just message me wherever you can find me that you want to be part of the group. I'll send the link. Psionic Ability Mystery School, Psionic League, Sean Bond.
You will be writing the description, the information in the description.
So look below, and share if you think you know people. Well, there's a lot of people that want to be smarter, but people that you be okay with matching your growing intelligence, and you both grow together. You can go into businesses, all this kind of cool stuff to have your chess move in this world of bringing heaven to earth at a greater level. Out chess moving things that would get in your way, the blocks that come, and forming those blocks into something that helps you instead of hinders you. All problems have a solution waiting in the wing, an innovation that are waiting for you to thrive off of.
Exactly. Yeah, really, he's amazing as well in all this. generating and to unfold all those capabilities and giving like really practical clues and ways and methods to achieve your purpose, your mission. And yeah, so it's like, for instance, this hat, why would wizards use these hats? Well, precisely because they did. Yeah, besides that, of course it's sexy. Yeah. Because it is also it is a vortex. It's generating a vortex. So all that you're tuning is through this antenna, it's easier and you're connecting to the cosmos. So it's a way of doing, just by being. And everything had a purpose. So it's just to tune into it and remember and be present to remember. Otherwise life would pass you by. And yeah, we came here for higher things, to achieve higher things. And if you're watching this video, you know that. So
yes, and the source of greater intelligence wants you all to know you're getting blessed, and it wants to work with you, and it is wanting to expand itself through you as fractals of the greater source. And it benefits. And this is, a game, a school, a battle to bringing yourself to where you're at peace and out of the battle, but in your own field of sovereignty, to increase what you will, to increase intelligence to where it benefits everyone. Especially if you're not egoic and just like me. If you unite with the universe, that greater intelligence, you automatically go along to increase all these faculties and perspectives, that you're not just little old me. So it comes along with the territory as you earn the greater intelligence. But yeah, see, if you want to connect to that greater intelligence, it wants to work with you. And come into our mystery schools and look out for more of these videos. Share wherever you can. That will motivate us to make more of these. Exactly. Please share these. Get us past the censorship.
Exactly. And well, if you like also this, we will be doing more of this in our trips together. So you will get to receive.
Yeah. True.
Yes.
Oh yeah, let's plug all our other stuff too. Right?
Yes, we have many upcoming things. Your conference as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you want to talk about that? Tell us more about your event, your big event.
Okay. The event is called 2024 Full Disclosure Now Conference. I'll be a speaker. It's at July 15th to 18th in 2024. And it's in Florida at Sierra Beach Resort, St. Pete Beach, Florida. And you can contact at fulldisclosuremovement.org for information and tickets to sign up for that. And you can see me there, and you can meet me and become friends and talk. And I'm very polite and nice, and I'll hug you. There'll be probably a little mystery school, little things in the background and parties, and we can learn a lot of cool stuff.
Cosmic parties.
Cosmic parties. And there will be ETs. Yeah, there'll be a lot of ETs. People are going to get visited quite often. There'll be a lot of temple deletion. So you can meet, if you haven't already met your soul family, we can tune into that too. If you feel like asking questions, come along for the ride. And she'll be there too.
Yes, we will be there. So it will be nice to see you there, to share time and know more about.
And we'll be at a booth.
Yes. Also, you will be able to get more about what we do and receive from what we do if you're in resonance, because we'll be sharing our way, our methods, and sharing with amazing people. We're looking forward to this event. And
you want to talk about the pendants and stuff?
Yeah, sure. We have a lot of things, upcoming things also. As you know, we both work with sigils and codes and geometries, as they were fundamental part of the caption of the electromagnetic field, the electric field, bringing it alive into your reality, because it's easier, as I was saying, it's a light language. You're not bringing like an automatic response or intellectual response to what you see. You're just receiving it because it's unknown for you. So you're receptive. It's the same about the codes and these geometries, these metals. You don't know what they are. Maybe you can have idea. They might look familiar to you, so you're more receptive to them. So we are doing very powerful medallions to increase different things, of course, all of them blessings, or let's say bliss in your life, and abundance.
Yeah, we're gonna go into a object that increases the money abundance, the magic, the ability to manifest, the manai, So a lot of people are stuck in the root chakra, so you're like, let's get that solves a lot of problems, so they can manifest that and bring forth everything they need, so that the system isn't taking from you anymore. Those money curses, to release those. What's another one?
Love, like Christic love, or we can say absolute love. That's a very powerful. That actually it started in the I translated it when I went to Delos, the etheric city in Mount Shasta, and then we did a co-creation about it. It's a huge upgrade, as it's meant to.
So energetic clothing too. People can wear it and get upgrades.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Many things.
More things can come in the future. Possibly be at the event, like increasing camouflage, so you don't have to get targeted anymore. Things attacking you. Ultimate fortress. Increase your sexual body ability of sexual performance and attraction. Things into power, making it so that you generate tons of it.
Yeah, protection.
The
one for protection as well.
IQ increase will probably get. There are some other ones we're working on. So let us know in the comments what kind of like object of power or shirt that you'd want to have an effect on you, like healing. We're also making
Third
ones
eye.
for deposition. Oh yeah, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
One that will open your third eye more and more and more and more.
One that generates the vacuum to be, that walking Taurus that is neutralizing whatever comes, and bringing it to its purest state, and transforming it to alchemizing into whatever you choose. Also, the unified consciousness key, for you to be easier, to mirror yourself into everything, and then again embodying easily that Taurus that is capable to modify all the informational fields that are coming to you, because you recognize them as an extension of you, and you as an extension of the source to all. So
come on down to Florida and come to that conference. If you want to see us in person, talk to us, get a session, get a little reading, look into your DNA, your greater intelligence, your source code, soul family, talk to ETs, learn telepathy, all of the cool abilities you want at fulldisclosuremovement.org. And we are also we got a lot of products on our sites, sonicleague.com, Sonic League YouTube, Sonic League Facebook. Also, you can contact me, Sean Bond, Facebook, and sonicleague@gmail.com. And I got products for different abilities like purification, healing. If you're an empath out there that gets overwhelmed, I got a lot of stuff for you that can help you completely master your empathic ability and come to knowingness. Stuff into the foundational aspects of levitation, as well as recovery, regeneration, healing for if you're going through some troubles. There's videos on there on my site in the membership section for you. And we'll be coming out with many more with the workshops and video products so we can help as many people as possible.
Yeah, also if you're in Mexico, we will, anyone watching this transmission, if you're in Mexico, we will soon be giving workshops, like presential workshops in English. So reach out to us, and those will be very interesting. We're also we will have tech to connect with scalar energy and related to also to the plasma body. So it will be very interesting.
And we'll be doing trips. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, a trip to several parts in the world, and including Mexico. We have all this this alliance, to say it somehow, with our good friend Crispy, who is this Mayan astral reader, which he's a pro. He's a very he's very specialized into reading Mayan Mayan embodiment charts or Mayan astral charts. And because, as you know, throughout Mexico, we will be visiting very special parts that are not commonly known. They're not part of the routinary visits, the touristic visits. We will be mostly kind of doing Indiana Jones, kind of.
Yeah, it's going to be adventurous.
Yes, being capable to go in the temple. That's not allowed anymore here in Mexico, but in this trip, you will be able to do so.
We got the in. And we got greater data on it than other people. And we're going to be turning on and getting that to those temples and those pyramids fired up within unity of their divine will and what they want in the order that they want, in a very respectful unity manner that nobody else understands that I know of. So very safe and enjoyable, and you'll be tuning in and psychic tracking and learning a bunch of cool mystery school tech on how to find these places of power near you, connect to your grid, and expand the evolution of the planet and your external brain and meridian system of empowerment into you. And then you ignite the pyramid within.
Exactly. As we were saying, the pyramidal neurons, it's going into octahedrons and reflecting it into your yins, which are actually octahedrons themselves. There is all related, and when you remember the how to, then you're not just expanding yourself, you're making the place where you live or where you are at the moment a more beautiful and coherent place that actually can expand more states of consciousness. And activating the network of this pyramidal network and raising the consciousness, restoring it.
Deep.
Yeah.
And then we got a comment. I was wondering if something can neutralize or deactivate. I don't know what that is. Can neutralize or deactivate an implant. I'm not sure what you're talking about, but you can message us. And I, at least, she done a bunch of energetic work, so I haven't really asked her this question. Have you deactivated implants before?
Yeah, I have.
Okay, then we can both do it.
Yes.
So you can message us, and I can teach you how to overload them, or if they're energetic implants, how to remove them, as well as can remove them for you. So, and she can too. So let's go into that. So just contact us for that if you want more details of releasing the limits on you, your brain capacity, and making it so that these things monitor you. And don't want to talk about this. And you got less handlers and things abducting you, and because that's also part of the chess game, and keeping you from remembering this greater game that you're in and your team on the outside. Anything else you want to say before we end this?
Thank you for watching this transmission, this episode. Looking forward to our next episode where we will be going deeper into the mysteries of the brain and how you can actually be that sovereign voice as a unified consciousness that directs in harmony
Yeah, and
the
that's
reality.
and that's if you guys spread and share this everywhere, because you need to motivate us. Get 500 likes and shares, please. Get it out to the world, and then we'll keep bringing you out this content for free.
Exactly.
How to increase your IQ.
Exactly. Yeah, it's a teamwork, and that's what unity comes about. So let's get this done. And this time it's a charm as humanity. So we got this.
And if you can't wait, just contact us at email if you want to have a clearing or healing or session, or go on our mystery school, guided meditation, all that, to run you through the process of increasing your IQ on a personal level faster than others, people in a group, and many other things, of course.
Of course. Okay, so thank you.
Thank you guys.
See
Have
you
a
soon.
wonderful night. Good seeing you all. Love you.
HUNUH.